7 months ago, we announced the release of a brand new feature called Total Rapid Shutdown. This enabled your LL batteries to trip their physical breakers, improving the safety of the all-in-one architecture by eliminating all energized wiring. Now, this may seem like a simple addition, but safety is a crucial necessity for first responders. But don't just take it from us. We interviewed Fire Chief Bassam of the Sulphur Bluff Fire Department, who weighed in on the value of eStop.
One of the big things that we were looking at when we started this program was the ability to have the rapid shutdown. We had some concerns that something would happen to the grid or to the system and we'd have a fire. As a firefighter, that was a big deal to us. So having the rapid shutdown and the easy availability of it was a positive to us and a selling point.
Since we've released the Total Rapid Shutdown feature, we've improved the implementation and extended its capabilities to our WallMount series of batteries. It's also accessible via closed-loop communication with the proper setup. This sprang up as a need identified by Marcus of our R&D department, so let's go ask him about it. I'm now here with Marcus, the Director of Product Development, who was previously Director of Research and Development at EG4 Electronics. He helped pioneer this feature for EG4, the Total Rapid Shutdown. So we have a few questions to ask him.
Hi, I'm Marcus, Director of Product Line Management now. As he said previously, Director of R&D.
Why did we go about creating Total eStop?
I'm originally from an industrial facility, or my background's in industrial, commercial. I've worked in multiple steel mills, power plants, recycling plants, and that's always been the first go-to safety that that plants have implemented in case something bad happens. You push one button and it shuts everything down. I haven't seen that with batteries yet in the solar market, and we have it for the PV circuit. For instance, you got the rapid shutdown, and a big area that firefighters are still complaining about was having to have another DC breaker to shut down your batteries or kill them all at once, and that doesn't exist yet, or it didn't. Now it does with our system, with the WallMount batteries or the LLs, the V2s and up. So you can tie that either, if you're not using our EG4 inverters, you can use a separate emergency stop button and tie it to the batteries and get that same function. Or if you're using 18K or any of the other inverters, you can just have that function with closed loop communication with the inverter. So if you push the rapid shutdown button, it'll shut your PV off and trip the breakers to each battery and fault the BMSs. So there's absolutely no power coming out of them, period.
Do you see Total Rapid Shutdown or the battery shutdown side of things being a future provision or regulation for the NEC code?
Yeah, I do. I talked with the fire department, with different fire departments in different counties, and they've brought up the fact that they've never even heard of something like that existing, and they've always wished for something like that to be involved with shutting your whole system down. That's counting the batteries now. And if you look at the rules or regulations that are being implemented in Europe right now, England is actually enforcing next year for this to be a feature already, as far as the total system shutdown. So I think we're actually ahead of the game. I don't know anybody else in the market that actually has this feature. So,
do you have any stories or kind of tales from anyone utilizing this feature effectively in the field? I know we have beta testers and other features like that people have tried out.
Well, luckily we don't have any stories like that yet. Knock on wood. we don't want to hear stories like that. But I'm pretty sure if there was an issue with the system, or say your solar panels on your roof had an issue and they caught fire, that's now you have, when the fire department shows up and they can push that button, they can shut the whole system down and pull the meter and know for a fact that they have zero power being produced at that point that can come back and get them.
Awesome. Well, we have had a couple of users request things like having that Total Rapid Shutdown be a remote capability for the web monitor. Do we see this as being something we plan to implement?
I think if we added that to the remote monitor, it would cause issues with code compliance at that point, because it has to be Like the rapid shutdown, for instance, is not on the remote monitor side either for the PV. It's more of a direct area where this is located, and it's code compliant that way. If you add it to the monitoring system, it might cause problems.
Gotcha. Well, thank you, Marcus, and would love to hear more from you soon.
You're welcome. Thank you guys. Thanks for stopping by. Howdy ho, ha ha ha.
This feature is extremely easy to set up. You can still use the battery comms port as we showed in our announcement video, but we've added closed loop support that does not require any special wiring. Simply using an LLV2, an LLS, or one of our WallMount series of batteries, connect to the 18 kPV using Lithium setting 1 or the 6000 XP with the EG4 setting to activate this feature. You'll need to be on latest battery firmware from about March of 2024 onward. This is as easy to wire as plugging in the comms line from the battery to the inverter. Now, pressing the RSD button on the inverter or activating the terminal board's RSD will send your system into a total shutdown state. This will disable the battery, trip breakers, and ensure there is no live voltage on the system. We take safety very seriously at EG4 Electronics, making powerful precautions easy to use. If you have an EG4 system, consider checking for compatibility with this feature. I'm Braden, and we'll see you next time.